Hey everyone, Autumn here from High Anxiety, Low Initiative. Welcome to Session 0 of HALI's D&D campaign, Flies in the Web. Disclaimers before we begin our adventure. This episode is a Session 0 bonus episode. Our first weekly episode and the first of this campaign will still be released this Friday after this Session 0 releases, as per our usual schedule. Please feel free to skip Session 0 if you don't want to hear the character creation process and would rather jump straight into the story. And this episode was recorded a while back, so our equipment, the audio quality, isn't up to our usual standard. Please bear with us if you'd like to stick around. Furthermore, as an important rule of thumb for our entire podcast, we don't always play this game rules as written. We believe D&D is about creativity, adventure, camaraderie, and imagination. We will bend the rules, in the spirit of fun. Lastly, there will be discrepancies between Session 0 and the actual play of the campaign, as some of our character details have changed from the time we recorded this bonus episode. If you're still here, grab a snack, settle in, and meet the characters of Flies in the Web.
So the first thing I want to talk about is, for the structure of our Session 0, is the theme of the campaign and a little bit of information about it, really, just so you all know when we get to building characters, some of the constraints, constrictions, and thematic things that you all can play into. So, as the name of the future podcast, Flies in the Web, suggests, this is going to be an Underdark campaign with heavy focus on Loth, the Drow, and traveling through their cities, encountering them, fighting them in the Underdark. It's not going to be Drow specific, but they are going to play a heavy role in the campaign. The entire campaign itself is going to be heavily influenced by the pre-written campaign, Rage of Demons, also known as Out of the Abyss. Just as a heads up as that. Well, I do want to warn you all, though, it's not going to be 1-for-1. So if you're looking for a 1-for-1 running of that campaign, I hate to break that to you. With that being said, the campaign itself does have some survival horror, cosmic horror, and body horror elements to it. And so it is possible that those get played on fairly heavily depending on how we go with this. So I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. I think we should go ahead and start with character creation, and the first part of that is going to be rolling stats. Now, how do you all want to go about this? I have a couple ideas.
Quick question. On the character sheet, should we include Minecraft content?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I on D&D Beyond?
This changes everything. I didn't know we had Minecraft content.
I think it's mostly enemies, actually.
Is the campaign
Like a creeper?
Dragon D's nuts?
That was, in fact, the previous campaign.
Okay, is there a new campaign I can join?
Out of the Abussy?
If so, how do I do that?
I believe that Billy, as the last remaining person subscribed to D&D Beyond, needs to create it because he has to do the content sharing.
I mean, that's not.
I think anyone can create it. You just have to enable content.
Oh, okay.
You want to do it, Steven, so you can view our character sheets.
You're actually the DM.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Steven's
first
not
time.
prepared for
I'm
this.
the DM.
What the fuck? These kids do all the work.
What content do I actually enable, though?
All of it.
So Minecraft?
Yes.
And Rick and Morty?
Yes.
Especially Rick and
I'm
Morty.
not doing that.
It's the most important one.
Oh, man.
Do we get optional class features?
Yes.
And I can customize
Your origin?
Customize your origin, yes. That's just background. Or custom race, I think, maybe.
Can I be Spider-Man?
I mean, you can be a man who... Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably. Just go Warlock. Yeah, you could just go Warlock with the Grasp of Hadar invocation that lets you pull people toward you. Or the one that slows them down. And then take Spider Climb as an invocation.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
I want to know what Trey's race is, please.
Human. Probably.
Well, Trey's trying to figure that out also.
Uh-huh.
There we go. There it is.
Just saying.
I will go into the character creation as well.
We are ignoring
We are.
coin weight.
No, we're not ignoring encumbrance, actually.
Ah,
Well, I mean, not
Steven.
encumbrance, but like the coin weight.
Coin weight, yes.
Okay, that's all I meant.
I was going to say, this is bullshit, and I quit if we don't ignore coin weight.
are we using variant encumbrance then?
No.
Why do you hate
So
us?
we are
as a
using
follow-up
encumbrance,
question.
Yes.
Okay.
Use encumbrance, no on the coin.
And are you guys tops or bottoms?
Scores on top.
Well, first of
Switch.
Yeah.
all, correct. I'm verse.
All right then.
I think
Mine is top.
my role in this campaign answers that question.
Not
I'm
necessarily.
screaming.
Not necessarily. You could be a soft dom.
You're in
Please
for
be a
bad
soft
time,
dom.
Eric. You're in for a bad time, Eric.
Joke's on you. Reverse psychology works every time.
So, excuse me. So,
I can't understand your accent.
so
Guys, I have a new idea for my character voice.
no, hell
no.
No, vetoed.
Are we doing 3 sets of rolls, choosing the best set?
Well, see, that's what I wanted to talk to you all about. First off, who wants to roll for their stats?
Me.
I like
As
roll.
opposed to?
What are you
You
implying?
can do
the other
point
option
buy or
is?
standard array.
Yeah. Those are the other options, which are less random, but also, if you're lucky, or if you're not lucky, they tend to be a little stronger, depending on your luck. Like, if you roll bad.
I think I want to roll.
Okay. So what are the options to roll for stats under D&D Beyond?
You can.
I mean, you
press
can roll groups. You can roll sets.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
then
do. I just add
assign
3
from the
groups,
sets.
and
Yeah.
I mean, what are the amount of dice rolled for those?
4.
4, and it drops the lowest.
Yes.
Okay. Then we will do 2 sets of dice.
Oh, shit. I'm not ready.
Let me go ahead
not
and
ready
who wants to
either.
share for me so I can see them roll.
Oh,
Can
shit.
someone explain that to me like I'm 5?
Hold on. I'll show you.
Can 5-year-olds count?
Yes?
Make it to
Maybe.
5.
Autumn,
Yeah.
look at my screen in Discord.
There's too many options. Okay, wait.
And here, I'll turn my camera off so it makes it easier to find you
okay.
over there. Because I'm already sharing my
I'm
All
not going to
these-
screen share because I'm on my laptop. I'm just going to throw a screenshot of my groups.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
Okay.
mine.
so,
Okay. You on my screen, Autumn?
Correct.
So, under the ability scores and you do manual rolled, you can do add group right here so that you have 2 groups of rolls.
Ah.
And then you'll roll through these groups. Oh my god, what a shit
Oh.
roll.
dude,
That's great.
That's a good one.
Okay.
And then follow
yeah.
it up with a 15. Yeah.
One more. And
Oh
then,
my god.
can I take his character sheet?
oh,
That's worse than point
I'm
buy.
probably not taking this one. Uh. Uh. Uh.
Ah.
Uh.
Ah.
What the fuck? What the hell?
I have to take
Joe,
this
don't
guy.
go look at mine.
Well, here's the
My
other
guys.
thing I
I'm
was
gonna
going to
go look at
offer you all.
Eric's.
You all can either take the one you rolled, or you all all of you can agree to share one that someone rolls.
I choose Eric's.
But you
What's
all
Eric?
have to agree to that.
Where's Eric's?
Everyone's going to agree to it. I put a screenshot.
Unless one of you roll way better.
True.
Let's see Trey. Come on, Trey.
I haven't even got past the race.
I just
Well, go ahead.
Still clicking all the enable options.
just skip to abilities, Trey. Jeez.
Okay, I can do that part. Hold on, here we go.
That's
Choose
all
a
we care
class!
about.
Wait, you gotta
No,
Okay,
I
I
said
already knew
skip
it.
to abilities.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Hold on.
You
Boom.
just said that.
I hit next, and I thought ability was next. So that's why I was like, oh my god.
Trey, you have to share
Even
your
though I knew the
screen.
class already. Yeah, hold on. There we go.
Here it goes. Okay. So,
All right.
I think we should all
Yeah,
pick
you want-
Joe's shit one first, and then each level
Two
we have.
fives.
I think we have to use everybody's once until we're level 10.
Let me warm the mouse up.
So you have
Alright,
to
here we
pick which you have to pick. Do we use Eric's godly one? Or?
That's still not as good as Arby's initial stats. His level
It's
1 stats were insane.
Oh, wait, hold on.
This is a decent array, though,
That's
for the
pretty good.
first.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a pretty
Yeah, that's
good.
not bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not bad.
All right, roll. Come on, let's see a Eugene intelligence roll.
Let's. I don't want to. Close. Oh.
No whammies.
I mean, so far.
Both the trays have just been kind of mid. Okay,
Yeah.
well that was a good one.
The final, yeah.
all right. Billy, you're up next.
I already did my rolls and posted.
Oh,
Oh.
you
Put a screenshot of that in the chat.
I did.
You did.
Oh,
Okay.
Trey.
Oh, okay. So there's Billy's. I guess it's just let's see.
It's me.
Autumn.
Yep. Autumn.
Just
I
time
have
for
to
all.
share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
I like to.
Do I
let me
have
do
to
this.
leave? Oh, okay.
No. Well, if you want to, I guess. You're really hard.
Okay, wait. One of which is The Bizarre World of Cody Brown's Sister Wives TLC.
What the fuck?
Sorry, I just finished watching the Duggar documentary, so I get it.
That was a good documentary.
It was.
I need to watch the sorority documentary.
Is it working?
Girls Gone Wild. I've seen that.
Let's find out.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
I'm hearing a lot of echoes.
Yeah, I know
It's-
mine was very echoey earlier.
It's just because where we're watching it, we can hear it through the Discord.
Yeah, if you mute her stream.
Oh,
Okay. No.
okay.
Yes? Manual roll
Manual.
Yes.
Yep.
and add a group.
Big money. Big money.
Okay, I'm gonna do like try and warm my mouse up.
You got this, Autumn.
Oh my god. Whoa.
Woo!
Well.
Okay. I'm stressed. Alright.
I
I'm
go up
stressed.
and down. I don't believe in the
Huh?
feng shui of the left to right. Although I rolled lower than Eric, so what the hell do I know? Oh, maybe
The
I should go left to right.
What the fuck? I'm so stressed out.
You're doing great. I love your hair.
Oh, well, it's already this one. Oh, never mind. Oh,
Well,
I don't want to look anymore.
making progress.
How do I screenshot?
you
Hit the
got
Windows
Um,
button.
very nicely.
Type in snipping tool.
I would love if you went like this to type.
I actually
Yeah.
did. You couldn't see
Well,
it, but I
couldn't
did.
see it.
Because the mic is like right here, and so I have to like, you know what I mean? Like my keyboard's on the other side of my mic. Okay, type stimp and sketch. New.
Huh? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. Boom.
Good
Then
thing
you
Trey's
should
still
be
in his
able
IT
to-
uniform.
Then you copy, or then it's copied to your
Oh.
clipboard, and then you
Oh.
Control V in Discord.
Okay.
I didn't say that much.
Actually, she could have hit Windows Shift S.
That would have confused her, Trey.
Where did you all send it?
Players and DM
Players
chat.
and DM.
Oh, here, let me add mine in there too.
Pick Control V.
Wait, hold on. Let me look at Eric.
Did I do it?
I think Autumn had the best roll.
I
I
think
mean, you
Eric.
can use
Oh,
any
no,
of
Eric
these.
had the best.
Oh.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Other than that,
I mean-
9.
Well,
Yeah,
having
that
one
one's fast.
low one is good, I think.
I like
Yeah, it
this.
makes it more interesting.
Can we make it an 8?
Y'all don't want to go with the mid roll?
Y'all don't want to go with my 2 fucking 5s
Mom,
and an
She's
8.
good.
I'm going
I'm
for the
good,
2
Chief.
5s if we all
Good.
do it.
If you go for the 2 5s, I'll give you 2 18s to compensate.
no.
Is that just an offer for Joe or for all of us?
Anyone who wants to take it.
Oh, I'll take that.
But
2
I'll be
5s
playing.
for 2 18s?
I'll be playing real heavy into those 5s, though. I'll let you know that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shocking. No.
2 18s and 2 5s, right?
Okay, so are we just taking our own individual rolls then?
Might as
you
well
can
just do
take-
the point buy and take 3 16s and 3 8s.
If one more person talks about numbers, I'm gonna throw myself out a window.
We're literally talking about numbers.
Okay. Autumn, to make this
We're
really
in the
easy for
numbers
you.
section.
Stop it!
Okay.
I'm crying. Stop.
Half the game is adding 1 plus 1.
I know. I fucking hate it.
You're just going to see Autumn jump up and go punch the freaking monitor.
You have an
Autumn, I'll make this
abacus,
real
can
easy.
Autumn just go across?
What, Steven?
Do you see the stats that Eric posted? The good stats? In the
Yeah, I saw
Discord?
his.
Alright, that's what you take. Put them wherever you
use
want.
those, sweetie.
Okay. The bottom
wait.
ones with the 17.
Yes.
I have a
Okay,
question.
so we take the bottom row of Eric's rolls.
If I
Okay.
take the 2 18s and the 2 5s, what are my last 2?
Okay, so looking at Joe's rolls.
11.
Let me go ahead and go back to Joe's rolls. So you take the 2 5s, you replace the 14 and the 15 with 18, and then you have an 8 and a 12.
I'm going with the Eric rolls.
2, I'm going with the Eric rolls.
Exactly.
My rolls in game will be shit, but my character sheet's gonna look good doing it.
So, speaking of the rolls, though, especially you, Joe, since you took the 5s, what stats can we expect to see those as 5s?
Alright, so my stats right now are strength 12, dexterity 5, constitution 18, intelligence 8,
Oh,
wisdom 5,
yeah,
charisma 18.
that's what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
So wait, what race are you?
Drow,
And what class have you figured out?
paladin.
So you're a paladin with low wisdom, low intelligence,
Mhm.
and low dexterity.
Yeah, you act like those are the 3 things a paladin
He
needs.
just said those are the 3 things he's taking low, Steven. Come on.
No, I'm just... Are you an old man, or...
Ooh.
No, I'm a young, horny dude. Also,
He doesn't.
this will come up more in
You or
Alice's,
your character?
my character.
Both.
This will come up in Alice's backstory a lot more, but he thinks he's going to become a cleric.
Oh, that's excellent.
Is Steven looking at a person right now, or is it a ghost? Is he ghost hunting in his hotel room?
I am
Steven's
ghost hunting.
an
Give me
hotel.
just a second.
Joe, we need to buy rights to the X-Files theme song for when we edit this.
Where did
Okay,
Trey
I'm
go?
I'm gonna share my screen.
Trey's making piss.
Oh, to me, I have Steven right next to Trey. So it looks like he's trying to find Trey.
This is for a druid build. What do we think? While
Good.
Steven's talking to a ghost.
Oh,
I think this is exactly how I put my stats in, except I flip wisdom and intelligence for a wizard.
You might
Okay,
want to
so you
switch
got that one.
dexterity and constitution, actually.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, wait, what are you playing, Autumn?
A druid.
I will here in a bit. I told you it'll be a bit.
It's Trey. Thanks for letting us know. Thanks for letting us know it'll be a bit. That was really nice.
Left but didn't mute.
It's like, Mom! My pizza rolls aren't cooked all the way.
Don't talk to me now.
This is honest to goodness.
I get the, hey, come fix your food. And I'm like, hold on. I'm recording.
Okay, Steven, look at my screen.
Okay. Let me go back to Discord.
Oh, well, Joe gets the +2 for dexterity anyway.
I'm a druid.
Okay, I'm looking. Okay, you're a druid.
So 9 in strength. Billy thinks switch dexterity, which is 14, and constitution, which is 13. What do you think?
What type of druid are you?
Circle of spores.
Then
Mushy mushies.
I agree that Constitution is probably slightly more important for you.
Okay.
But no, go ahead, do it.
Okay.
Because with that 15 there, you can take a free feat at first level, which you all get, by the way. And you can take one that gives you a dexterity bonus to make that 15 a 16. So you'll still get a decent bonus out of it.
Ah, okay.
Intelligence 13, a wisdom of 17, and a 12 charisma.
Is that good?
So it is. What
It
race
is.
did you take?
I did swap my intelligence and wisdom. My wisdom is now an 8.
Okay.
And what did I take?
What is your race?
A drow.
Okay. So we have a drow druid who's going to be circled of spores once they hit level 2. We have a drow paladin. What subclass are you starting to think toward, Joe?
Undecided. He is going to be worshiping Sune. S-U-N-E.
Okay.
Oh,
Who
I was going to
is
say, okay.
the
Oh, it's
goddess of beauty. So I am looking at the oaths right now, though.
Okay. I definitely will have some questions about that later, but I like it.
What questions? Now I'm anxious.
It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Joe, this is a trap. Delete your character sheet and start over.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's a trap.
It's very not. It's very much not.
yeah. Come see me after class.
Mm-hmm. So anyone else want to share where they're at right now as far as race, class, and where they put their stats?
I am also a drow. I will be a drow wizard, and so I've put my 9 in strength. I've put my 13 in dex. I've put the 14 in constitution. I've put the 17 into intelligence. 13 in wisdom and 11 in charisma.
Okay. And do you have plans for subclass at a later point, or?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the like scribe subclass.
Okay.
And I have some ideas about for some reason handicapping my character even more that I want to talk to you about later, Steven, about some interesting side effects that go along with my character's narrative whenever he does the element swap.
Well, I do love when you all make my job of killing you that much easier.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I figured you'd appreciate it.
I see that Trey is still deep in thought at what race he's going to play.
That
I
I
can
am.
smell it.
All I can smell is this hamburger. But
Ain't that
but yes, I can tell you, we have discussed, it is going to be a bard.
that's
Okay.
that's what I'm
It will
saying.
be a bard. But Race is still yet to be determined.
And I know that you accidentally spoiled the fact that you were going to be a furbog, Billy.
I didn't accidentally.
Oh, you did it on purpose.
I'm going to be a furbog and a rogue. And I'm taking the Joe stat line, not the Eric.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking
That's what I'm saying.
about.
And so I'm doing the 18s in Dex and Con, 12 Wisdom, a mighty 8 Charisma, with my 5s in Strength and Intelligence.
You are going to be the weakest furbog to have ever existed.
Well, so here's what I want. With the high Constitution, he should be like shredded, but he just can't lift anything. Like
he
he
skipped
could-
leg day.
no, like he has really nice calves, I think, but you know, he has like a little girl's backpack because she's not strong enough to carry a lot of stuff. So I think that's probably what he ends up doing.
So you're like that episode of SpongeBob when they get the flake inflatable muscles.
Yeah, like he
Just
Like,
see him go to battle.
he works out at the Salty Spittoon, but his like protein intake is Weenie Hut Juniors.
Okay. And you have a class. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I'm thinking Oath of Redemption.
Okay.
Because he's going to be, like, the tenets are peace, violence only as a last resort, innocence, all people begin life in an innocent state, it's their environment that makes them evil, patience, change takes time, and wisdom, your heart and mind must stay clear, for eventually you will be forced to admit defeat. So I think that out of all of these that I just read through, I think that is one of the better ones for a follower of the goddess of love and beauty.
I do like that. Now, I gotta be honest, I fully feel that your character is going to be compared to Arby. Both being paladins of the god of beauty.
You should think Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, okay.
Facts.
Yeah. No.
He's always going to have something, some kind of pickup line that he's gonna do to try to fuck. I gotta rewatch How I Met Your Mother to get some, but he's gonna be doing.
I've got the whole collection if you need it.
He's going to always have some pickup line ready to go
Well,
for whoever he meets.
Now we
Joe,
know.
I feel like my guy's going to try and learn from you because he's going to be like some. So the whole little story with the bard, I kind of modified what we talked about a while back, but instead of it's not going to be an old man, he's going to be like a teen in like this up and coming band. Throw the quotations around that, and he's going to be trying to like, you know, get him a piece, but he just can't. So he's going to be studying you to be like, come on, teach me.
So you're saying that your band is really underground right now?
Oh yeah, we're underground. You haven't heard of that shit, but you're going to. You are going to.
Back to you, Joe. I can definitely see why your character didn't fit in very well with Drow Society, with you running around hitting on all the other Drow.
Yep. Dudes and ladies both. And they weren't a fan of that, you know? Because the ladies, whenever he had used his pickup lines on him, they'd beat him into unconsciousness with their snake-headed whips.
But
which
he's into that.
he liked, but he knew that they didn't.
Oh.
So
you're playing Johnny Bravo.
kind of, yeah. A mix between Johnny Bravo and Barney Stinson.
But as a Drow.
Barney Stinson? Is that his last name? I think so.
Did you have something
Trey.
you wanted to say, Trey?
Trey, is that Barney's last name? Stinson?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now Autumn says something after I asked like 5 times.
I was reading.
Well, once Eric, wait, not Eric, sorry. Once Trey has picked a race for his character, we'll be able to move into,
Oh my god.
discussing some other things. But, If you all want to, you can go ahead and take your free feat. I'm giving each of you 1 free feat at first level.
Is that the optional feature manager?
No.
Just how do I add a feat?
Figure out what other language I want to speak.
Undercommon now.
He's like, what language am I speaking for this mysterious race?
It's not very mysterious.
Yeah, you might already know that that language.
I will say that if you play a human, your character will be dead in the first session.
Let me go back.
Oh
Would you
my
really?
god.
What? Listen! Why does everyone hate me?
We don't hate you, Trey. We love you.
It's the self-loathing. We are
It's
human.
because I gave you the option to be a catfish, man. You decided to be a human instead. No, if you really want to play a human, by all means do so. We're just going to have to work out how you ended up 8,000 feet below the
We're
surface.
not going to make you make a second character, Trey.
Hey Joe. My
Yes.
my wizard already has an AC higher than Alfie's.
Well, to be fair, that's not too hard to accomplish. By the way, just so you all know, I put down Valus's flaw as he is an absolute horn dog.
True.
Thus, he will not fight people that he finds beautiful.
Isn't that going to be everyone, though?
No.
Okay.
If they're an Uggo, he'll kill them.
Damn.
I'm
Steven's
in-
going to make you roll for beauty.
I am actually, yeah.
Since I'm a drought, I already know Undercommon, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
There's a couple other things I wanted to let you all know. All Drow know Drow sign language,
Cool.
which gives you the ability to speak in the Underdark without using your words. It's really useful. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is if you are a Drow, you do have infravision instead of dark vision.
Right. Yeah.
Which allows you, for those who don't know, it allows you to see in the spectrum of heat instead of the normal dark vision, which allows you to see, shades of gray. Which is historically how Drow have been done in the past, and if you read anything on the Drow, it speaks heavily to their infravision.
What kind of armor do you want a drow to start off with?
So, this is the fun thing about this campaign. I want you all, and we were going to get on this in a second, but we can go ahead and do this now. Start with your normal starting gear, since you're level 1. Whatever the starting gear options is for your class. You will not have any of it on you when we start.
Are we gonna be naked?
You will be wearing sackcloth.
Naked!
Autumn's like, my character already was.
She kinda is already just wearing sackcloth if we're being honest. So, how are we doing? Where are we all at? Trey, what's your race?
He looks like a kid we put in timeout.
You can be a human.
I'm constantly going back and forth.
You can't
Alright.
be a human.
Roll a dice, and that's how you
Oh
determine.
god.
That's what I always do if I can't determine between a couple things.
What am I rolling?
Well, how many options are there? How many options are you looking at currently?
All of them. Like this.
Okay. Alright, so roll a D100. Or actually, I'll just send you this link so you can do it yourself.
He is a dragonborn. Is what
Alright.
that ended up with. Literally got a 3.
Do you want to choose your own Dragonborn, or do you want to roll for that as well?
Roll a
Trey's
D6.
like, I want to kill myself. That's what I want.
With a 3, I got a Raven, right? Ravenite.
A
Dragon.
Ravenite style Dragonborn?
Correct.
What ancestry are you taking?
Jeez. Steven, he doesn't know. Golly.
It's just what color of dragon does he want to have as his ancestor?
He's brass.
Brass?
Yes.
There we go.
Now.
So you're a real
Yeah.
metal bard, aren't you?
I like that. Okay. Alright, stats are done.
Steven, how tall can I make my furbolg?
Let's go find out. What is the average height of a furbolg?
I want him to be at the max limit of everything, of height and weight.
Between 7 and 8 feet tall and between 240 and 300 pounds.
So I can do 8 feet, 300 pounds?
You can.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
So, Trey, do you want to read your stats off?
Yep. I was gonna say I sent them, but I was ready to read whenever. So went with an 11 strength, 13 dex, 14 constitution, which looks like that gets bumped up to a 15 anyway, I believe. Yeah. 13 intelligence, 9 on wisdom, and then the 17 was on charisma. So that's what I rolled or went with.
And now we have our party.
Hooray!
You almost went Eugene there for a second. So does anyone want to share anything about their backstories? Or character names?
Autumn should go before me.
Wow, Joe, way to put me on the spot.
No problem.
So my character's name is Zelafaria. And I do have a whole backstory that I can read, or I cannot. It is up to you all how we want to share this information with one another.
I think you should hit the high points.
Okay. So, Zelafaria does not want to be a drow. She is very upset that she's been born into this culture of Minso Branson. She is in a minor noble house. Her house is situated in Narbundellen, which is next to an expansive mushroom forest. So, since she was young and wanting to escape drow culture, she spent a lot of time secluded in this forest, where she spent a lot of time with the myconids, which are the fungus men. She learned a lot about decay and the interconnection of community, which she really likes because it's the antithesis of drow society. Eventually, when she got older, she began leading covert missions to free many of the myconids that are enslaved in Minso Branson, and also other races, because she does not condone slavery. Because again, she's for the good of the community. So that's where she is going to learn her Circle of Spore stuff. She basically learns her druidic nature from them. So this is where Joe's character comes in. Joe's character, do you want to introduce him, or do you want me to talk about my view of your character?
His name is Valis. He's from the house of, I'm going to put it in chat because I don't know how to pronounce that shit.
Yeah, let's see.
Simervin, yeah.
Simervin?
Or Simirvin, I guess.
It's, the R is before the Y, so I figured it would have been like Simriven.
Simriven.
Yeah, Simriven, yeah.
Okay, we'll say Simriven. He's from the house of Simriven, which is a pretty low house, not in the top tier houses of Minso Branson by any means. He's just a fun little guy who's here to fuck. He also is not a fan of drow culture, but he's also like, he doesn't see how he can really get away, so he's just kind of hanging out. Because the houses of Minso Branson are notorious for having slaves, he met in his house slaves of clerics of Soon, who were being held by his house. And they were totally hot, by the way. And so he learned about Soon through them. A few side notes. Valis likes to swim, taste test various types of mead, and beautiful people.
So, Valis is Zella's best friend, who once discovered her sneaking away. So essentially, he was watching her sneak off. He was watching her free slaves, which, being opposed to draw culture, he also appreciated. So the Myconids told me that he was spying, so I snuck past his Shrieker guards, and we talked about the Drows and Drow society and how we felt very trapped. So essentially, that's how we became friends, and now we are looking to escape Minso Branson and get to the surface for our respective reasons. And we
while freeing my clerics.
Well, that's what I was going to say. While freeing, slaves of his house and slaves of my own as well.
And Valis's ultimate goal is to reach the surface so that he can find a temple of Soon to become a cleric of Soon, he believes.
And Zella wants to get to the surface to meet more mushrooms. In short.
One thing I do need to clarify for you, Autumn specifically,
yes,
is I imagine that your character has not gone to the Lothite school for female clerics.
No, she has two sisters, Balzana and Gistri, and they are both clerics of Loth. But she did not.
So it looks like your character needs to be no older than 40.
Right, I'm 29.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was clarified.
She is baby.
And I'm 28.
He is also baby.
I'm just checking something real quick.
And I have a mood board that I'm going to send in Discord.
I'm trying to find out what age you enter Melee Magathera. So did you go to Melee Magathera, Joe? Since it says typically you start... Okay, so you've graduated the school. Or almost graduated.
Which, since I wasn't reading it verbatim, he showed prowess with his favorite weapon, which is a greatsword.
Ooh.
And so that's like all he'll ever use is a greatsword. All the other weapons he hated. But he was good with a greatsword, relatively good. He wasn't top of his class or anything. But he could take a beating with that 18 con.
I'm trying to find the... there's actually a name for that specific fighting style in Drow lore.
Oh. By the way, if I made a mood board for Valis, it would just be porn. So I'm not making a mood board.
Make it?
For Valis.
I said, what the fuck? Why hasn't it been made?
So the fighting style for that would be called Zeres Athalak. And it's the fighting style that means force of war. It's uncommon among Dark Elves because most of them don't have the strength to pick up heavy weapons.
Well, a 12 is enough to pick up a greatsword, right?
I mean, yes.
Okay. I'm probably going to be boosting my strength first, so I can actually hit things. Mostly I need to be able to take a hit for you guys, though.
Oh, that is going to be rough for you, isn't it? Just a +1 to hit. Well, +3, but still.
+3 to hit, and then +1 for damage. So I'm going to be boosting that up. I was hoping that you wouldn't be a dick and you'd let me keep that 15 instead of replacing that with an 18, so that I could put that in strength. But,
wow.
Say la vie.
Yeah, I motion for Steven being a dick.
Seconded.
Oh, it passed.
We didn't vote. We just, made a motion and seconded it.
Okay, yeah, the motion having been seconded, all those in favor of the proposed motion say aye.
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 See, it passed.
Okay, I think that technically passed.
All
It's
right, I'm changing my
3
12
out of
to
5.
15.
I would just like to point out that I have abstained because I'm scared of Steven.
Yeah.
With
Pussy.
4 yays and 1 abstain, the motion passes.
I can't be scared of Steven. I've
What
seen
have you been
babyface
telling me? He's at
Steven.
the end.
You know, if you had just brought that up to me, I would have been like, that's a good point. You should have a little bit more strength.
We passed it democratically. So.
See, though, this isn't a democratic system we have here.
How can I rectify that for you? Because that is actually awful.
Yeah.
Give him another 18 and another 5.
Yeah. No. I'll figure something out later.
Okay.
Just so you know, I also took that same stat line, so
Okay.
it also applies to me.
Let's go ahead and finish off with the drow. So, Eric, what do you want to share?
Okay. Well, Fainril is his name. He comes from a very middling household. It was one of the multi-generational houses, and he showed a little bit of talent for the arcane and went off, got himself some education, and worked his way into House Duskrin, I think is what I'm going to go with. And while there, he worked with a mentor, and shortly before the events of the campaign, his mentor was killed, and the person who replaced his mentor basically he thought Fainril was like a threat to the house wizard, even though Fainril's like a level 1 wizard right now. So Fainril, kind of seeing all the trauma of the nobles trying to kill each other, not having had that in his home life, decides to fucking yeet out of there. That's when he changes his name to Fainril, and he changes his appearance, and he's kind of been looming around some anarchist notions lately.
Okay, so a couple questions for you to help flesh everything out. So just to confirm, you're a commoner from a common house who was more or less contracted, picked up by a noble house to serve them as a wizard?
Yeah.
Okay, and have you picked out a name yet? Because if not, there's a couple in the lore that we could connect you to inside House Duskrin.
A name for what?
So the current lead wizard of House Duskrin is named Havel, Havel.
I mean, that's fine to be the person who is currently the house wizard.
Yeah, that's fine. So I guess he
Yeah.
would be one of your not enemies but antagonists, right? Having knocked off the previous one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he did not knock off the previous one, but
You know what I mean.
yeah.
Having taken that position.
Yeah. Fainril's got some trauma that we will, I'm sure, unpack very soon within the campaign.
Alright, Mr. Furbolg himself down there. What's your character's backstory? How did you end up in the Underdark?
How did he end up in the Underdark? That's a great question. Anyway, my character was a pirate and is now in the Underdark.
I was scared to say there's a lot of those in the Underdark, so.
Do you have a character name yet?
Boglet.
Boglet.
Yeah.
And where, prior to the events of the campaign, where was Boglet the pirate living?
On a ship,
In the Underdark.
just hanging around.
Alright, I will have to figure out where I can put a pirate ship in the Underdark. But we'll figure it out.
You're such an ass, Billy.
What you mean? Now remember, he's 8 feet tall and 300 pounds. So it's a big
And
ship.
he's on a pirate ship in the Underdark.
I'm just kidding. He was a sailor. On a pirate ship. So,
In the Underdark.
yeah.
Sorry, what
And-
were you kidding about?
I said he was a pirate background. He's a sailor background. Job occupation.
On a pirate ship.
On a pirate ship, yeah.
Okay.
How did you end up in the Underdark to end up on a pirate ship in
He's
the
not that smart.
Underdark?
He doesn't know.
He has amnesia.
Yeah.
He fell down a hole.
He could have been in a whirlpool. Yeah. Just saying.
Okay. Alright, I can make that work.
I see
How about you there, Trey?
Well, right now, the name has yet to be determined. Along with the voice, we'll get there. Well, I have an idea on the voice. I gotta work on it. Anyway, so he's still gonna be the young guy, the young Dragonborn. So I'm kind of gonna play along with what we said. The band's underground. Well, his bandmates thought that, when they needed to be underground first, they thought that's where they had to go. Try to talk him out of it, but, I gotta stick with the band. So we moseyed our way down there, and they got into some trouble, and somehow depending on how we work this out, but, I made my way out of that trouble. Or I didn't get tied in with it, so
I imagine
I don't know
that
where they are.
you went to the city of Gracklestug. It's one of the big underground cities that has above ground traders who will come to it from time to time if they're seedier kind of people.
Okay.
And you decide to play a show down there, and the band got into a bar fight.
What? I
And
like
you all got arrested.
it. That's good. No, good idea. Good idea. I like it. It's good.
So I guess one of your goals in the Underdark would be then to find your bandmates.
Gotta find the band. We gotta get back together and get playing. Especially if we're gonna blow up, because we might be underground right now, but we're getting mainstream. We're almost there.
I fully expect a band name from you.
Oh Jesus! I'll figure out something.
Oh my god, it's enough to expect a character name out of Trey.
I was going to
Otherwise-
say mainstream is the band after the Fearbulk joins.
We'll workshop that later. We'll help you out with that. So
Just spam the character name generator.
Well, see, I've kind of thought of trying to go with some artist name, or
the
just try to-
Dragonborn,
Yeah.
the Dragonborn, formerly known as Prince.
I was about to make that joke.
You should
Not
just
bad.
be called a prince, and then everyone thinks you're royalty down there.
What instrument are you gonna play?
So see, like I kind of went with multiple. He's mainly the drum guy, but he sprinkles
Okay.
in just in case to, he's got the spread of different instruments, but he prefers the drums if he can stick with it.
Alright.
Does anyone have anything they want to ask or go over before I give you all just a little bit more detail about how we're getting started?
Yeah, so how was I a pirate? In the Underdark. How did that work?
In the Underdark, there are actually a couple of large underground seas. And around the edges of these seas, there are settlements and small cities.
Oh, work.
And so, if you don't have any race you want to be specifically connected to, I'm going to say that you ended up on a boat full of Kuatoa, which are fish people.
Can I be on a boat of Smurf Devlin?
You can, but they wouldn't be pirates. You could be a fisherman or something.
No, I'll be with the fish people.
Okay. And so you mostly go around raiding other fish people. I mean, it's a living. You survive. but the fish people are not known for their intelligence, and so they kind of just steal whatever's available. So lots of sticks, mud, fish, shiny baubles occasionally. You're not getting rich in the Underdark piracy business.
No.
Also, their boat fills with water and starts sinking a lot. And because they can all swim and breathe underwater, you're the only person who ever cares about it. So you're constantly running around patching up the boat. Well, if no one else has anything to share, I'm going to go ahead and share what leads us into the start of the campaign. Which is all of you are currently prisoners at a drow outpost doing manual labor for the drow. If you all want to devise your own way of having ended up in that situation, feel free. We can talk about that now. Otherwise, especially for those who are drow, the easiest way to end up in this situation is that you tried to escape or were caught doing something that you weren't supposed to. And you're simply being held there until they figure out what day, what holiday or high holiday of law they want to sacrifice you on. For the non-drow characters, how you ended up there is probably being captured or sold to the drow. But there's nothing of value in sacrificing you all, and so you all are more or less consigned to this labor for the rest of your existence. And you all do know that you all are not the only slaves the drow have captured. You will have an entire cast of NPCs along with you to start off with. Now, if they survive or not is somewhat up to you all and somewhat up to the rolls of the dice. And the other thing that you know is that all of your material possessions were confiscated from you all by the drow, and they are currently under lock and key by the leader of this outpost, a young drow priestess. And that's where we will start off.
Is she gonna beat me with her whip?
Oh.
Maybe.
Hell yeah.
I guess that's all I have to go over.
Well, old No Name's got nothing else.
I would say that for at least mine and Autumn's characters, after we broke out of Minso Branson, we got caught somewhere down the line with at least with my clerics.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was probably pretty obvious that we helped them escape.
Yeah.
And they had probably gotten word that there were 2 drows who left.
Right.
Okay.
So.
One thing that I was wondering is we were talking about the idea of my character having previously run into the 2 of your characters, the other 2 drow. Did we ever pinpoint that or scrap that idea?
I mean, I figured that we would just meet in this situation, but it's up to y'all. If you want to have met before, that is fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind either way. I don't know if you're still going with the whole your character's a dick thing.
Who knows? We'll find out.
But how we met is probably dependent on that, or at least what comes after us meeting. Because I'd probably be like, that guy's kind of a fucking asshole.
So
Right.
that actually, I can ask a couple questions to maybe clarify some of this. Eric, was your character old enough to have started training at Sorcerer, the wizard school?
I mean, that was the intent, but I haven't actually looked to see how old you have to be to do that.
I mean, you can work out the timing. I know that you typically finish your schooling at about age 100, but if you were in school up until a recent point, then at some point, your character and Joe's character, him having finished his time at Melee Magathair, would have interacted, whether it's on some kind of test expedition to the areas around Menza Branson, or in training, or in some of the Lothite indoctrination courses. So even if you all don't know each other well, it's possible that you all have interacted or met or even served some time together on an expeditionary force.
I'm cool with that, if you're cool with that, Joe.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Billy, for your character, do you have any ideas on how you ended up under the control of the drow?
Yeah, the fish people, we went to the city
Mm-hmm.
and we fucked up all these fishermen's boats
Mm-hmm.
to free our friends.
Okay.
And my guy, he can't swim, so yeah.
So they captured you there and sold you off to the drow?
Yeah.
And then for you, old no-name, Trey, you thinking Barfight and Gracklestug get sold off to the drow?
That does sound pretty good. I'm digging that story.
Okay. And now we have how everyone ends up where they end up. For anyone listening to this, like I said, it's going to be at least heavily based on Rage of Demons, Out of the Abyss. The names of NPCs, specific quests, and the like are most certainly going to be changed or modified as a heads up. So don't hate me if one of your favorite NPCs is not in the campaign.
Okay.
I have everyone's fan favorite though. Their name is Stool. They're a myconid sporling.
Ooh.
Did he grow
And
out
don't
of
hate Valis if he rails your favorite NPC. Okay, it's just what he's got to
Jesus
do.
Christ.
Don't hate Fainrule if he kills your favorite player character.
There's always one drow. Oh, actually, that's something we can talk about. Does everyone have an alignment picked out?
Yes.
Yes.
If that's secret, that's okay. If you want to share it, that's also okay.
Lawful good for Valis.
Okay.
Chaotic good. Duh.
Good old Fainrule is chaotic evil, and we'll see where he goes from there.
I'm screaming.
I'm not
Literally
sure yet.
reverse. I love it. I imagine it's something chaotic there. No name. Bar fighting.
Well, see, that's I
band?
thought. I mean, he's in the metal band. You know, gets into the bar fight. It's going to be something chaotic, but I don't know just yet. I'll have to, depending on how chaotic we're going. Maybe there was a good reason he fought, or maybe he was just like, I don't know yet. Just kind of shrugging with it.
What about you there, Billy? What's your character's alignment, or is that open?
Well, he's either gonna be lawful neutral, lawful in there's a code of conduct on the sea, and that could be good or bad. But probably when the story starts, he'd probably be chaotic good.
All right. Well, with everything for the campaign covered, we will see you there.